Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be directing it to Muslim mothers out there. It doesn't really have to be for Muslim mothers specifically, but basically anyone who is Muslim. I'm going to be going over duas and certain things in the Quran that have really helped me with motherhood and that really helped me persist, because motherhood is very, very hard and I had to really hone in obviously on my faith. It's the primary resource for me, so I wanted to share with you guys some of the things today that have really helped me be a better mom, I guess. I hope that I'm a better mom, but yeah, so let's get into the video. So one of the first things that I have discovered through parenthood, and I obviously did this prior to having a child, but I was not the best at it, but it was doing dhikr out loud. So using my mouth to do all my 33 dhikrs, it's been really helpful to say these dhikr words out loud. And the reason why making that change of doing out loud is because during the day as moms, we sometimes talk a lot of unnecessary things. Well, that's just me maybe, but I can tend to dive into like more petty talk and very surface level stuff, and we use our mouths for many different things. We eat throughout the day and we talk sometimes nonsense, and I don't know, I just felt like I needed to use my tongue for more beneficial things. Like I needed to really vocalize my praise and thanks to Allah. So the second thing that's really helped me as a mother is to understand the story of Maryam alayhi salam. To really get a whole picture of this, I actually watched a lecture from Maryam Amir. She did a video talking about the submission that Maryam alayhi salam had and her strength, and it showcased a little bit about her mother and what her mother went through, and it tied Surah Ikram and Maryam together, because in Surah Ikram it talks about her mother's journey of having Maryam alayhi salam, and then in that dua that Maryam's mom made, and then it goes into Maryam, which is the surah about Maryam. The surah Maryam, it goes into when Maryam gives birth. Basically, from my reflections of the video, was talking about this beautiful dua, first of all, that Maryam's mom made, and it's a beautiful dua that I wish that I made more in my pregnancy. It says, "O Lord, I dedicate what is in my womb entirely to your service, so accept it from me. You alone are truly all-hearing, all-knowing." Then you go into Maryam's life and when she gives birth to Isa.
When she's having this baby, she is calling out. And only Allah knows everything that she said as she's giving birth. Maybe she said lots of things. But what He chose to record for all of us to know until the end of time was, she said, قالت يا ليتني مت قبل هذا وكنت قالت يا ليتني مت قبل هذا وكنت نسيا منسيا. If only I had died before this and was something that had never been mentioned and unknown. She wished she had never been known. She wished she could have died. And again, this is a very real human emotion. Did Allah's next statement say, Astaghfirullah? Of course, we shouldn't make these statements. But when we are in the midst of something very difficult and we feel that way, even the most righteous had human emotion, and that connects us to them, and that allows us to take them as our example. So what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala order her to do? To shake the date palm tree. Now, many of us have heard that the reason Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered her to shake the date palm tree was because even when you make dua, you need to take action, right? Even when we make dua, we need to take action, do our part. This is 100% true, but she's literally giving birth, so she's already taking a huge action. So yes, definitely doing our part is part of it. But also why? Modern day researchers talk about those who are going through suicidal thoughts or depressive thoughts in a cycle, who have extreme anxiety, who are just going through them in a cycle. that the way you as a listener can help them break the cycle and focus on something else so that it is not so intense for them, so they can recalibrate and think about life in a slightly different way, is by quite literally changing their perspective of thoughts and being able to help them focus on a quick action to do. Do you want a drink of your water bottle? Where did you get that from? It seems completely out of the blue, but it's very intentional, so that you can help support them through their process. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders her to shake the date palm tree. So she's shaking the date palm tree, and the thoughts are no longer mentioned in the Quran. What does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then go to? Take some time to rest. Eat, drink, وَقَرِّ عَيْنَا. Take some time to rest. Because once she's in a space of resting, once she comes back and she feels that she has gathered herself, she's had a moment to come to this grounding with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what? She is then tasked as her role as a caller to God to take that baby to her people.
Story of how the mother gave birth to Maryam and then Maryam gave birth to Isa alayhi salam. It is so powerful to see as a mother myself, and I'm really happy that I'm so happy that I've really honed in on this story to help me with my motherhood journey as a Muslim. So the last thing that I'm going to be talking about today, there's two more things that I'm going to be talking about today. The next part of this video, I'm going to be talking about Surah Al-Fatihah. So one of the things in the beginning of Surah Al-Fatihah is it always mentions Allah's mercy over and over again. So it mentions it obviously in the beginning when you say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, and then in ayah 3 it talks about in ayah 3 it talks about the mercy again, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. So it's just repeating about how much mercy Allah has for us, and it just puts so much peace in my heart. And then it goes into talking about the reality of the world, that we are going to, Allah controls the Day of Judgment, so we're going, to have that in our life. We're going to have that in our lives. That's the reality of, our lives. So it helps me as a mother put that in perspective. But this part says, we worship and ask only for your help. As there's so many YouTube videos and you go to seek advice in so many areas when you're a mom, this is just a crucial part for me, is I have to analyze. I'm like, only Allah we ask for help. Like, even if it's like, if my baby's not eating, if there's this trouble with my child or this and that, like, I always just say, no, only I ask you for help. It is just puts things in perspective, because there's so much information in the society. So if I can utilize the main source of all things, which is Allah, like the creator of everything, if I can use the main source, I will. So it keeps reminding me, like, only you I ask for help and only you I worship. As part of this video, I'm going to be talking about a dua that again has really helped me, and this dua I've seen on the internet, and I utilized it through my child's trouble with eating. It was a really big concern for me, and it still is, that we're working through. But this dua really came in time for it, and I just made sujood, and I do this dua a lot. So I'm going to share with you guys this dua. Over living, over sustaining, in your mercy I seek relief, rectify me for all of my affairs, and do not leave me to myself even for a blink of an eye. Omar Suleiman has done a whole video on diving into this dua, but you're starting off with Allah's names that encompass a lot about Him. All sustaining, all ever living. It's just like, you're sustaining my child, when she's not eating and stuff. You're the one sustaining us, like when she's trouble eating and stuff like that. You're the one sustaining everyone in our family, sustaining, and you will provide. And then when it talks about, in your mercy, like Allah has so much mercy, and then I just let go. And it's like I just bury in this, like it just provides so much comfort, and I just let go. And I surrender. And so I think that's ultimately what this dua does. So yeah, I'm going to be putting all the videos down below of the big chunks of all of this, what I talked about Maryam al-Salam, the duas, and I'm going to be putting as many lectures to help make my points as clear, because I'm not a Muslim scholar, an Islamic scholar. I'm not anybody, I'm not a student of knowledge, I'm just a mother. So I just wanted to kind of share some of the things that have really helped me in my journey to become a better mother and have really provided comfort and a better relationship with Allah, inshallah. So that's it. Assalamualaikum.